Hello everybody, my name is John Rattigan. I'm the Curator of Clare Museum, and today I'm taking a look at a number of items from our collection for History Week as an initiative of the Decade of Centenaries. So today I have 3 items relating to the War of Independence in County Clare. All of these items kind of speak to the innovation and the resourcefulness of the IRA at that time. They had to improvise an awful lot because they didn't have the equipment that the Crown Forces had. So what I have here is the shell of a Mills bomb or a hand grenade, and this was made at Greg's Forge near Dyson-O'Dea in the Corofin area by a blacksmith. It was made from a melted down gate, and I presume the powder and the charge would have been put in here. It was obviously never used. Maybe it was just a practice bomb, but this was in the possession of a volunteer called Foley, and it was passed down through his family and was donated to the museum a few years ago. Volunteer Foley was also involved in the attack on Ruan Barracks, and in that attack, again, the IRA were improvising. They had to capture weapons belonging to the RIC, and they captured 14 or 15 rifles and a small number of revolvers. But Volunteer Foley also took this Knuckle Dusters from the RIC. It's interesting to think that the RIC used such lethal weapons in dealing probably with public order issues at that particular time. It's not hard to imagine the damage that something like this would do to your cheek if you were punched with it. And we also have a pair of binoculars. I would imagine that binoculars were very rare in County Clare at that particular time. This pair of binoculars was sent to Ireland by a lady called Mary Chase, who was a Clare woman, married and living in New York. And she sent it to her sister, who was Anne Foran of Rineen in Milltown, Malbay. And living next door was her cousin, Ned Foran. And Ned Foran, before the ambush at Rineen, called to the house and asked to borrow these binoculars. And they were used by the IRA at the ambush in Rineen. And in 1920, that was an ambush that was in revenge they were seeking vengeance for the killing of Martin Devitt earlier in the year, 100 years ago. So that's an unusual object that we have from the War of Independence in Clare. They all are, all 3 of them, but they all have their own little story, and the one thing they have in common is innovation. It's about improvisation of the IRA in Clare at that time. And these are on display temporarily now for the next year or 2 on the top floor in Clare Museum if you want to come and see them. Thanks very much.